Some people go through life on the surface, smiling, nodding, moving on. But not the INFJ. INFJs feel life deeply, painfully, and often in ways others will never fully understand. These are 10 harsh truths that only INFJs truly grasp. 1. Not everyone wants to be understood. INFJs have an intense desire to understand others, to get beneath the surface and connect on a soul level. But the harsh truth is, not everyone wants to be seen that deeply. Some people are comfortable hiding behind masks, and trying to understand them only leaves the INFJ drained and disillusioned. 2. The world mistakes. They're quiet for weakness. INFJs are often soft-spoken and reserved, which leads people to see them as passive or fragile. But what the world doesn't see is the quiet strength, the steel beneath the surface. INFJs carry a storm within, but they rarely show it. 3. People rarely reciprocate their depth. INFJs give deeply, emotionally, intellectually, spiritually. But most people can't meet them at that level. The INFJ reaches into the soul while others stay at the surface. It leaves them feeling isolated, even when surrounded by others. 4. Being too much and not enough at the same time. To some, INFJs are too intense, too emotional, too serious, too thoughtful. To others, they're not spontaneous or outgoing enough. The INFJ often feels like they're constantly shrinking or stretching themselves just to fit in somewhere, and yet nowhere feels quite right. 5. They see painful patterns others ignore. INFJs are natural pattern seekers. They spot unhealthy cycles, toxic dynamics, and emotional truths long before others do. But knowing doesn't always mean stopping it. Watching people, especially loved ones, walk into pain, they predict it as a quiet torment INFJs know too well. 6. Their compassion is often exploited. INFJs are empathetic by nature. They're there when people need them, but some take advantage of that compassion, leaning on them too heavily or draining them without giving anything in return. It's the double-edged sword of being an emotional caretaker. 7. They hide their pain to protect others. INFJs are deeply aware of how their emotions affect those around them, so they often hide their own pain to avoid burdening others. They smile through storms, laugh through exhaustion, and support others even when they're breaking inside. 8. Their idealism is constantly disappointed. INFJs believe in a better world, one filled with authenticity, harmony, and kindness. But reality often clashes with that vision. Hypocrisy, cruelty, and shallowness hit them harder than most. Every disappointment feels personal because they truly believed it could be better. 9. They outgrow people without meaning to. INFJs are always growing, evolving, reflecting. But not everyone grows with them. As they develop, some relationships naturally fade, not because of conflict, but because of misalignment. And though it's necessary, it still hurts. 10. They often feel like aliens in their own world. INFJs are rare, not just in number, but in how they think, feel, and exist. They often feel out of sync with the world around them, like observers watching from the outside. They long for a sense of belonging, but rarely find it. Being an INFJ isn't easy. They carry the weight of emotional depth, intuition, and idealism in a world that often doesn't value those things. But that doesn't make them weak, it makes them powerful. If you're an INFJ, know that your inner world is valid, your vision matters, and your voice, no matter how quiet, holds incredible strength. Which of these truths resonated with you most? Let us know in the comments. And if you know someone who might need to hear this, share it with them.